Sleepy Dreamtime Children's Stories on the BS Educational Channel.
Tonight, The Cuddly Puppy.
Slaughterhouse.
BS News with your host, Stone Liar.
A special report on social media with MT Brains.
But first, the headlines.
Ron DeSantis discovers he's woke.
Camilla lets viewers in on the key to royal happiness.
And Donald Trump explains how he'll cope in prison if convicted.
And the major network's reactions to BS News.
Are you tired of the daily grind?
Are you tired of being a nameless, faceless worker bee?
Do you feel completely unimportant?
Stuck in a dead-end job? Feeling alone? Lost?
A prisoner of your own life? But what can you do?
A cult could be the answer.
Cult Connection helps you find the cult that's right for you.
Don't struggle with trying to find the perfect cult. Call 1-800-CULT for me.
Cult members enjoy being part of a community, a family.
Great activities like dancing. And of course, children are always welcome. Speaking of children, as a cult member you could one day give birth to the child of Satan.
Call Cult Connection today. What are you waiting for?
Call now, before it's too late.
Now, back to Stone Liar with the news.
Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis, who is in the midst of a legal war with Disney, picked up an unusual ally recently. The Nazis have shown their support for him, but the governor was quick to point out that this in no way shows that he is a fascist, as he approved more book bans and declared any media critical of him or his policies would be subject to fines and possible jail. But more trouble may soon be in store for Herr DeSantis, famous for rounding up and shipping off what he considers undesirables. BS News investigators have learned that Florida's Führer was born to radical left-wing liberal Democrat parents. It turns out, he was woke at birth. If he wins the Republican nomination, who could he choose to run with him? It's a no-brainer, George Santos, of course. And a move like that will guarantee support from the drag queen community. DeSantis and Santos. You go, girls!
Now, our own Empty Brains with a special report on social media.
Before social media and smartphones, people gathered trusted information from the news on TV, the radio, and from newspapers. Any real research into a subject required a trip to the library. All of these sources had standards, and were reasonably accurate. On the other hand, they knew that any conversation with a friend or neighbor or relative was just an opinion. With the astonishing growth of social media, any opinion, no matter how ridiculous or absurd, no matter how flawed in logic or devoid of any basis in reality, can go viral and be accepted as true. Even more frightening is the advent of artificial intelligence, which is able to clone voices, like mine, and generate videos so realistic that no one can tell the difference between made-up shit and the truth. Humanity is at the mercy of algorithms, trending, corporate greed, and mob mentality. There is no hope. The present is an online fantasy world. The future is Orwell's 1984, and no one will even know the difference.
Still to come, Camilla and Donald Trump.
Coming soon.
On the BS Outdoors channel. Mr. Bumble goes hunting.
What's with the dogs?
We is dog hunting.
Oh, I see. Right then. Wait, mate. I got one. Not much of a sport though. They pretty much come right away when you call them.
Are you sick of idiots being in charge of your life? Just an endless parade of fools who know nothing. Do they always seem to listen to you? Because you always have the answers. Are you destined for greatness? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may want to consider becoming
a cult leader. Yes, you. Why not? While Cult Connection matches people with the cults that are right for them, some people just weren't meant to join a cult. They were meant to lead them.
And you could be a cult leader as well.
Cult Connection can help you start your very own cult. Maybe you're an egomaniac or a narcissist. Perhaps you're privy to some secret hidden knowledge. So if you're a prophet, or the second coming of the Savior, or simply a divine being, make the call to Cult Connection
before it's too late.
Now, back to Stone Liar with the news.
The award-winning BS interview team sat down with Camilla recently for an in-depth interview. BS News made the most of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and was fully prepared to explore every aspect of royal life from Camilla's perspective. Here is the complete unedited interview.
What would you say is the key to royal happiness? Yes, I see. Do you feel the English people have embraced you fully as the Queen? Alright, okay. Well, is there anything else you would like to say to the public? Well... anything?
Undoubtedly yet another award-winning BS interview. Great job!
And finally tonight, on BS News.
Donald Trump is in a lot of trouble. Wait, this is not my voice. And that's not Donald Trump.
Who is in charge of this outrage?
Hurdy-gurdy Oompa Loompa.
Is y'all serious?
I like puppies. A lot.
Hey! What about the news?
Who is in charge of this outrage?
Hurdy-gurdy Oompa Loompa.
Is y'all serious?
It was only ever BS anyway.